The Indian automotive industry is on the fast track to transformation, thanks to a booming startup ecosystem and a strong push towards innovation. With the market expected to grow at an impressive 27% annually by 2030, startups are redefining how we move, focusing on electric vehicles, connected mobility, and even autonomous tech.
India is a country with a growing automobile industry. We could see a lot of things are happening across India, lot of startups, lot of companies. From startup, they are actually growing into large scale companies right now. They are reaching at the global level.
With the market expected to reach $300 billion by 2030, India is becoming a global hub for electric and connected mobility. The push for EVs is stronger than ever, with the EV market alone projected to grow at a CAGR of 49% by the end of the decade.
As far as we talk about automotive sector, particularly for passenger, CV passenger, growing as much as 30% year-on-year basis. Market is good. People are moving towards new technologies. People are grabbing the opportunities to change the vehicles, to understand the growing needs of the customers and all.
Recent investments in India's EV and manufacturing sector are at an all-time high, with $3.7 billion raised in 2023 alone, aimed at boosting EV production, battery technology, and green manufacturing.
India is a prominent country for the globe where actually the investment is coming in, be it automobile sector or be it from the manufacturing point of view. India is growing in that direction.
India's LNG market is expected to grow at a CAGR of 7.5% and reach $24 billion by 2030. Recent developments include over $10 billion in planned investments to boost LNG imports and distribution, making India a key player in the global natural gas market.
Definitely, it will be for EV and LNG, the new technology. Currently, we are launched the product LNG segment in the trucks. For buses, we are more concerned and bent towards electric vehicles.
India is fast emerging as a global manufacturing hub, fueled by strong government initiatives, robust infrastructure growth, and rising foreign investments. The manufacturing sector is projected to reach $1 trillion by 2030, contributing significantly to India's goal of becoming a $5 trillion economy.
There was a perception few decades back that India is a country which is providing service, but now it is changing. Now it is changing to a manufacturing hub of the world. Slowly, the things which are being produced in other countries, now they are actually getting produced in India, and that too specific to a country like India with automobile sector, it is booming.
The Indian automotive sector is booming, but faces key challenges. Supply chain disruption, rising cost, and the global semiconductor shortage delayed 20% of vehicle output in 2023. The shift to EVs brings hurdles like limited charging infrastructure, high battery costs, and dependence on imports. Regulatory changes add to the complexity, but the industry remains resilient, adapting to overcome these obstacles.
There are a lot of other categories which are not available in India, so those need to be introduced, and the tariff rate on those kind of sectors, or I would say specific categories, those need to reduce, and there has to be little bit leniency on these kind of categories, such as one which we are having right now is an UTV SSV, so there has to be an introduction in India which we are also working on.
The Indian government is accelerating automotive growth with key initiatives. The FAME 2 scheme, with 11,500 crore budget, has supported over 16.14 lakh EVs since 2019, aiming for 30% EV adoption by 2030. Meanwhile, the PLI scheme has allocated over 26,000 crore to boost advanced automotive technology and local manufacturing.
Government is ready to help with more subsidies. As you can see, Tata buses are also as linked with the production scheme of government, central government.
The Indian automotive sector is driven by the need for affordable EVs, better charging infrastructure, and fuel-efficient, eco-friendly options. With 70% of buyers prioritizing sustainability, the focus is shifting towards greener mobility. The sector also requires skilled labor, advanced technology, and stronger supply chain to meet growing demand and global competition.
We can be positioned in a manner that it is addressing all the sectors or all the applications which we are looking at, be it farming, be it defense or disaster management, rescue operation. So these are all actually need of our nation.